Hi everyone, Kate Tracy here. I'm very excited to show you a little bit about Calendly. This is our new online scheduling portal for testing and evaluation at Emory. First things first, I want to show you the link. This is pretty straightforward. It is just standard beginning calendly.com/testing and evaluation at Emory. So I highly recommend that you go ahead and bookmark it just to make it easier for you. And I'm just going to give you a quick overview of what the interface is going to be like when you engage with Calendly. So first you'll see it's a very simple homepage. It tells you you're at the right place, testing and evaluation at Emory, welcomes you to the scheduling page, and just says to follow the instructions to add an event to your calendar. First, you're just saying what kind of appointment you want, evaluation scanning or exam scanning. I think most of our customers right now are exam scanning, so I'm going to show you this, but the evaluation scanning is very similar. So I'm going to go ahead and click that. You'll see it pops up with a few different things up here at the top. It reminds you, here's what we're going with, exam scanning appointment. You have times in Eastern Time, and it tells you again the little description of this service, just fast, accurate, and free scanning and reports of exams taken on standard answer sheets or custom forms made in-house. If you have any questions at all about what kind of answer sheets you're using, please go ahead and reach out to me and we can talk about that. And then location details will be provided on confirmation. We're located in the same place you're used to though, Suite 100 and B. Jones on that first floor. So you'll see the next thing you get to do is select your day. A lot of people have been asking, this is great, Kate, but I don't want to select a day when you're busy. What's really wonderful about Calendly is that you are only going to see times when I'm available. It's linked directly to my calendar, so the second I accept a meeting or an appointment with a customer, that's already uploaded, and you're only going to see times that are free. So I'll show you how that will work. Let's say I want to go ahead and schedule an appointment for tomorrow, so I'd click Tuesday, September 12th. I'm recording today on the 11th. I can select any time. It shows that tomorrow I'm actually pretty busy in the morning, but I have the afternoon available. You'll see that the times are in 15-minute increments. This is a really interesting feature Calendly has. Your appointment, as you know, is usually set for a full 30 minutes so that I can get as much done as possible for your scanning and reporting. But you can actually select on these 15-minute marks. I wanted to make this flexible for you all because I know many of you are coming in and out of classes. You've got meetings all over campus, so I want you to have a lot of flexibility. Let's say you do pick a quarter mark and say 2:15 p.m. Confirm. This is actually going to block my calendar from 2:15 to 2:45, so nobody can schedule for that 2:30 mark. So that's just a neat little feature. It's still going to be 30-minute increments of the actual meeting time, but you can schedule it on those quarter marks. And here we just go ahead and get a chance to enter our details. So again, this is just sort of a test. So I'll put my name, Kate Tracy, and my email address. What's really neat here too is that after I've done this once, you should be able to have this remembered every time you go on Calendly, so you won't even have to re-input that. Department and class number. I used to work in anthropology, so I like to pick on them. We'll say I'm Ant 101. The next section says we provide 3 default exam reports in both PDF and MS Excel. Many of you are very familiar with this. It's pretty consistent with the reporting you've been getting for a long time. But as you know, with the transition to Remark, these new reports are called Condensed Test, Student Response, and Class Frequency Distribution. This already gives you that nice formatting that you're used to in Excel where you get your students' names and their IDs and their scores. But I go ahead and give you the opportunity to select any of these new reports that we have available. I'm excited about this because in the past when you schedule an appointment there hasn't been a way for you to engage directly with these new reports, and now you can do that. If you want to see some samples, you can actually go ahead and copy this link, and I'll go ahead and just show you real quick what that will come up to. So you could open it a new page, you go directly to our page here that goes into some of our services. So you could click right over here at exam and survey reports, and you already get to see here a suite of over 20 options. You could open up that link if you'd like and get the whole sample gamut. So let's say you look at this saying, okay, student statistics, that's fine, that's not super useful to me. This is pretty much what you're going to get in student response as well. That pass-fail may or may not be useful to you. Let's say you scroll down, you see the student grade report. This is really popular. This is great because you can actually break it down by objectives, but the best thing about this one is you're going to get this breakdown of every single question and whether they got it correct, and those incorrects are going to be highlighted. So for this student, question 10, they did get incorrect, and it go ahead and identifies what that correct answer would have been. And then best of all, there's an image of their Scantron. So if they say, oh, but for number 2, I really did bubble in A, then they can actually see the image and go, oh, right, okay, it was B. Just gives a little bit more transparency on that end. So you could actually request these student grade reports, and then we'll give them to you for every single individual student. And you could email these to the students. You could print them out and pass them back, whatever you would like to do. So I'll go back to my Calendly page. Let's say I really like that report. So, excuse me, I'm going to go ahead and say, yes, student grade report. Maybe that's all you want to do for now. You already know you're going to get your defaults, the stuff that you're used to, but you'd love to add on a new one. Next, we have a question about confidential recycling. So it says, since we keep backup images of each student answer sheet on 2 separate hard drives, are you interested in having your exams confidentially recycled after processing? And I go ahead and let you know that if you are interested in this service, they will be recycled at the close of business the following Monday after your appointment. I went ahead and stated this about us keeping those backup images because we learned that a lot of people are not participating in confidential recycling because they don't realize we do have those images available for you. We keep them on file for years and years. We don't actually make a practice of deleting them. But a lot of people prefer to have them themselves. So you could actually say, yes, I would like to recycle my hard copies, but please do upload those PDFs of student Scantrons to Emory Box. If you select this option, then when you get your results in your email like you're used to, I'll also send you a link to Emory Box that will have a folder for that specific exam. You can open it up and they'll be organized by last name. You can pick John Doe and open up the PDF for that student and actually see the image of their Scantron, which is really neat. You can also say, yes, I don't need e-copies. You can reach out to us in T&E if you need a specific exam image in the future. Or, of course, you're welcome to continue to pick up your hard copies after you get the results. Completely up to you. And then the final question here, I think they've got a total of 5 here in Calendly. I didn't want to overwhelm you, but we do want to make sure we're thorough and have all the information we need to successfully scan a report. This question says, do you have any special requests? So, for example, maybe you want to do some alternate responses. In this example, it says for 13, accept A and D. But you might want to do partial credit. So let's say, for number 13, I want A full credit, 2 points, and D 1 point. So that's a great option for if you have those kind of questions where there is an alternate response that makes some sense, but it's not as good as those full credit options. We can also do all or nothing. So let's say you would really rather say, I want A and D selected for full credit. This is great for those of you in disciplines where, let's say you really do need to have multiple things selected. A great example is for nursing. Sometimes they have on anatomy questions, what functions does this part of the body do? And you would need to be able to say the multiple functions at once. You're not going to get credit unless you can really be thorough in your response. You might also want to get your grades uploaded to Canvas. A lot of people don't realize we can do this now, but this is a feature with Remark. This is something after I send you your results via email that you're used to, you can let me know if you want to upload them directly to Canvas, and then you can just skip that step. You can let us do the work for you, which is really neat. And again, I provide a link for you if you want to see a full list of our features, some of the other specific requests that we can take. You can click that there and open it up. So let's say that maybe that's all you have. You don't have any special requests. You can go ahead and say schedule event. And it's done. So you know you have an event scheduled with me. Again, this was just an example. So it reminds you again when it is. Fast, accurate, free reports, tells you what it is, tells you where it is. So already you can see I've already gotten my confirmation email from Calendly. So let's go ahead and open that up. This is what it will look like. You'll get it again directly from Calendly. It says, on behalf of testing and evaluation at Emory. That second email is actually one that comes to me, so that's why it's a little confusing, because I scheduled an appointment with myself. But had you scheduled an appointment with me, this is the only email I would have gotten. It would have just gone ahead and plugged that into my calendar, so I know that I'm meeting with you. But let's focus on the email that you will get as a confirmation. It goes ahead and says, hello, your name, and tells you, again, when you're scheduled, where it takes place. A couple of important notes. These are things many of you are familiar with, but this appointment reserves scanning and reporting for one exam. So please do keep that in mind. If you need additional exams scanned, we're of course happy to do that, but you will need to make an additional appointment. That 30-minute block is only going to give me a chance to do one. It also says, please note we need a cover sheet and answer key for every exam we process. I'm very proud to say that I'm able to offer you as a trial in the fall, but I absolutely think it'll continue for following semesters. You can actually print out this confirmation email we're looking at right now and use it as your cover sheet. Really want to make things as easy as possible on y'all. So if you do choose to do that, you don't have to fill out one when you come in the office. You don't need to worry about making copies, whatever your process has been. You can go ahead and just print this out and put it on top of your key in your exams. And then it just reminds you some of the things you've selected for this appointment. This is why we can actually use it as a cover sheet, is because in this email we've already got your information. We know who you are, which exam and class you're doing. In this case, I put ANT 101 as that just as a test. It reminds you what you've selected in terms of your reports, and it has that hyperlink again if you wanted to see those samples. It reminds you whether or not you opted in to confidential recycling, which is something that's really important for us to know. And then it again lets you know if you have any questions in the meantime. Here's our updated website, so you can be refreshed on those policies and procedures. And then again, my number and the full website. And you can actually decide from here if you want to add it to Outlook or Google Calendar. You can reschedule or cancel all from this one email. Calendly is also going to send you a reminder email 24 hours before the actual event. So again, right now it's about 12:30 on the 11th, but in this example run I just did, and around 2:15, I think when our appointment is, I would have gotten a reminder email today. And just in case you're curious, I'm going to go ahead and show you in my calendar how this works. So I already have, oh, not that one. I already have this plugged into my calendar. It immediately did it. The second you hit save on your side of the interface, it selected all of this for me. So I've already got it in my calendar. I know you're coming in, and I will be ready to go once you get in the office. I think that just about covers Calendly. I'm very excited again about this new process for y'all. Probably one of the best parts is that this is something you can use if you want, but if you choose to continue to call or email to set up your appointments, you're still welcome to do that. We will actually be confirming in Calendly every time on our end. So you will always get a confirmation email directly from them. You'll get the reminder emails from them, and that allows you to print them out if you do want to use your confirmation email as your cover sheet. And it makes sure everything is very consistent with my calendar. So thank you so much for listening, and I hope you enjoy a great rest of your day.